Today on the channel, from the Phantom Menace, the armored scout tank with battle droid. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for our daily Star Wars unboxing. And today we've got the armored scout tank with battle droid. But for all your modern day Star Wars needs, make sure you hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So today we're opening up one of the smaller Phantom Menace era vehicles. I've talked about it before on the channel, the Phantom Menace. I was all out on Star Wars at the time. There was just too much Jar Jar Binks for me. I know a lot of people love Jar Jar. Most probably don't. I did not. He kind of ruined it. They released so many vehicles and so many incarnations of Jar Jar. It was just Jar Jar overload, which really soured me on a lot of the Star Wars toys. And I was also getting a little bit older, really dumbing down my collection, getting out of a lot of things. And about a year after these were actually released is when I sold 99% of my collection and said, hey, my toy day buying is done. I'm moving on to Jeeps and moving on to the real world, and then it came crashing back to me once I finished college, got back into the toy universe, and really regretted a lot of selling those things. But like I said, I never had this in the past, never really wanted this in the past, but you guys know I'm working on a Star Wars universe display, and I need to go back and get some of these. And the beauty of a lot of these older Star Wars, and I say older, we're talking, mid-90s, they are very cheap, very accessible, very easy to find for the most part. There's always a few out there that are a little harder than others, but this is really easy. This is a little $9.99 from my local toy store. Picked it up. Hey, this will go good in a Phantom Menace display and so forth. So picked up the armored scout tank with the battle droid this week. So I figured, hey, let's unbox it. Let's look at it. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. So let's look at the packaging like we always do. There it is. I do like the packaging more than I remember on these. The Phantom Menace graphics, the red and the black and all that, is a little dated to me. It does seem, it just really screams mid-90s. It doesn't have that iconic logos that last forever and over the decades and stuff. I don't feel that to the Phantom Menace. Maybe some of you guys do, but I don't. But I really do like that background they gave with the vehicle and the droid behind there. I think that is a really cool, classy way to class up the packaging on this. So I'm definitely sold on this. Star Wars had a lot of great 3 3/4 vehicles throughout the years. No way is this the best. No way it's the worst. It's somewhere in the middle. But I love these smaller price point vehicles. I think we've talked about it on the channel before. When you're a little kid and you're at the store with your parents, or usually your grandparents, you're at Walmart, Kmart, Target, Venture, Hills, Ames, Alco, Ben Franklin, you name it back in the day. When you're there with grandma and you're just wanting a toy. You want a toy, and grandma's a sucker. She loves little Kyle. She knows she wants to get little Kyle something. And these are kind of vehicles you usually end up going home with. She's not going to buy you the huge Millennium Falcon on a whim while she's picking up her medication and picking up some bread and milk. She's not buying you that Millennium Falcon. She's not going to buy you a big Star Destroyer or the aircraft carrier or anything like that. But something like this, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bucks, a little vehicle, a little something simple. These are the purchases your grandma will get for you at the drop of a hat. And I can't wait. Someday I'll be a grandpa, maybe one of these days. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'll be all in. I'll be a sucker for that. I'll say, oh yeah, all day long we're getting this. We'll do that. So I got to carry on that tradition. But both of my grandmas growing up always treated me great. They always picked up little things like this for me. Made little Kyle happy for a whole weekend. I could play with something like this. Obviously not this, but talking old G.I. Joe, old Star Wars, I could be busy for a whole weekend with just one little pack of figures to put into my army and into my collection. So there you go. A grandma type purchase right here. There you go on the top. You got a little bit of a glamour shot. You got the Star Wars Phantom Menace logo. You got the Armored Scout Tank with Battle Droid logo, the Hasbro logo. Same thing down here. A lot of the same stuff. A little bit more of a glamour shot on it. And then you got the side with the straight-on glamour shot. And right there as well. And then we get to the back of the package. There you go. Promoting other ones in this line. You got the little detail. We'll read that. You got the Phantom Menace. You got that Darth Maul up there at the top just looking over you. You got the UPC. And then you got the Jedi points. Does anybody remember what those Jedi Master points got you? I could be totally wrong, but for some reason I feel like they never went anywhere. They never announced where those were going, if there was anything to it. That's the way I remember it. I could be wrong, but you guys let me know in the comments if I know any different. Battle Droid figure included. So there you go. Let's see what it says. Specially designed for the Trade Federation's secret army, the light armored scout tank is a nimble vessel capable of presenting the enemy with a blistering hail of assault fire from high-power twin laser cannons. Piloted by one battle droid, but usually traveling in formations of 3, the scout tank is perfect for quick hit-and-run missions. So that's terrible. They say, hey, you need 3 of these to be consistent, so now I feel like I need to get 2 more. Ooh, Hasbro, that's what you get. That's why you promote on the back. You talk people like me, a fool and his money, easily parted. That's what happens. Got a little firing knob on the back. We need to get the OP and Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm going to get that one soon. I got some talking to do about that. Just it reminds me of back in the day, and we'll talk about it. And then it talks about the Kadu and Jar Jar Binks, which we just recently unboxed on the channel. So there you go. All right, let's see what's going on here. Nothing fun there. See you later. I do like this background, though. I do like that. How cool is that, huh? Very cool little scene. It's like he's out in the farm country, but let's get this unboxed here. See how tough it is. So far, so good. Free him from the plastic prison. I mean, they really locked toys in back in the day. I don't know if, you know, they figured, hey, we don't need to spend all that money to lock toys in like we used to, and that's why that went away. Obviously, there's a cost in all the tape, the twist ties, the machinery, and that kind of stuff, because you just don't see things bolted in as good as the olden days, and it's probably a simple money-saving reasons for that, I would assume. Pull him out here. There we go. Get this droid out. He's wrapped through his waist, which is interesting. Very interesting. If I can get it out. There we go, finally. We'll look at this droid first. He's got a little bit of that sticky disease to him, just a hair. Well, I guess we got to take a step back. The articulation on these were not like we see these days, obviously. So you got your shoulder, your arms, you got your head, you got your legs, and that's it. That's all you're getting for this droid. I mean, it's a droid. It's not like he's doing yoga poses. The battle droid, and I always thought these battle droids were really cheesy back in the day as well. They have grown on me over time, but you know, the whole Roger Roger and all that stupid stuff, it was a far cry from Stormtroopers that I grew up with, but I understand it was, you know, different times, different era. It was you know, it was the Clone Wars time, that's what they used, and so forth and so forth, so there you go. Alright, oh, can't forget these missiles. Jeez. If I can get them all out. What a mess here. Just a mess. Just junk everywhere. Alright, there it is. Background diorama. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Scissors. See you later. Alright, let's see if I can put these missiles in here. Like so, of course. Makes sense. You like it. And there was no instructions to this one, so they really trust kids and their smartness. And luckily, I'm a kid at heart and I figured it out on my own, so good for me. But there it is. Really not a whole lot to this thing. It almost reminds me of Serpentor's Chariot back in the day. If you G.I. Joe fans out there, I know we got some of you out there. A little bit of paint there on the black and a little silver, but not a ton. I mean, this is about as simple as a vehicle can get. Very reminiscent of almost a Happy Meal toy is really what this reminds me of a little bit. Okay, does his hands clamp in here? I'm sure they probably do. But you don't even need to, I think. There we go. Get that droid in there. So there it is, a very, very simple touch point vehicle. I'm not opposed to things like this. I think this is something that's missing in a lot of lines. I'm hoping with the G.I. Joe Classified line we see some things like this, maybe G.I. Joe inspired. Obviously they got to be a little bit bigger, but some of those smaller vehicles would be nice. Marvel Legends, stuff like that. I'd like to see more vehicles as a whole. I understand vehicles are a tough sell. They take up a lot of space on the shelf. They're a higher price point. They don't move as fast as traditional figures. But there's got to be a way to get more vehicles in all the lines we love, including Star Wars. Star Wars is the best at putting out 3 3/4 play sets and vehicles in this day and age, but we'd love to see G.I. Joe and some of the other lines embrace that aspect of toys and stuff on the shelf. So there you go. But it's a simple one, but it's an effective one. But do I need 2 more at this time? No, but I tell you what, if I come across them at a toy store real cheap or used, I'm probably going to be a buyer. I'm probably going to follow the directions and I'll get all 3. So there you go. You guys tell me your thoughts on this one. Did you ever pick these up? Were you all in on these Phantom Menace figures? This is when I bowed out originally of the Star Wars collecting. But you guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for the Battle Droid, I'm Kyle. And for the whole Phantom Menace team, I'm Kyle. But I'll see you guys all real soon.